back to the Bottomless Bucket YouTube channel. We're just pointing out our latest editions of the Bottomless Bucket. This is the third generation bucket that has some new improved features to improve the dumping capabilities of these buckets. So we have them available for both the John Deere and the Kubota subcompact tractors. These will attach to the quick attach systems that you have on those tractors. If you don't have a quick attach system, we can work with you to come up with a bracket that will work for your particular tractor. So, we're happy to help out where we can in that regard. These buckets are on the website today for $17.49, and I know that's a lot, but obviously the cost of aluminum today has skyrocketed, and unfortunately those costs are not something we can avoid. But if you think about the uses that you have for this bucket and the number of places you can leverage it, it will eventually become the most commonly used tool in your arsenal of all your implements. So whether it comes to logging firewood or mulch around your property, moving bagged materials, if you've got a lot of bagged product that you tend to move around. I know I use it to lug pellets down into my basement because I can't get a trailer back where my basement access ramp is. So I use it for that. I use it for all kinds of debris, lawn and leaf clippings, everything you can imagine from the garden goes into these buckets. And with these new dump brackets, what I'll show you in a second, it makes dumping these buckets very effective. When it comes to mulching, really the nicest thing about the bucket is the front panel here is angulated. So it has an angle going in that lets you work your shovel against the back of that front panel and allows you to tilt the bucket as you're emptying the mulch and makes it very easy to get it out. You compare that with like a wagon, right? Now your wagon is up against your garden bed or wherever you're mulching, and you have to walk behind the wagon, scoop up some mulch, and then it's dripping onto the grass below you, and then you have to walk it out to the garden and dump it in there. With this, you can basically pull the bucket right in and tilt it down into the beds so that you have easy access to scoop and spread. So it really speeds up the process dramatically. If you do a lot of mulching like we do here, we usually generally 10 yards a year we're spreading. This thing makes it a lot easier to do. As far as firewood, we use it all the time for bringing our wood, which is stacked way in the back of the property, up to where our fire pit is. And so I can load up weeks worth of wood in one trip back and forth to the wood pile. So very efficient for that purpose. And whenever I cut my grass out here, I just bring this bucket out, put it in the driveway, and as I'm emptying bags of my clippings from the lawnmower, they go right into this bucket, and literally one trip to the compost pile and I'm done. Versus dozens of potentially 10 or 12 trips to the compost pile with the tractor and the bagged grass clippings. I'm saving about 45 minutes every time I cut the grass. So, that time is valuable for doing other things, like maybe going for a swim in the pool. So, mind you, these are implements that you will essentially fall in love with as you use them more and more, and you'll find tons of uses for them over the course of their life. They're made of 3/16" solid aluminum siding, powder coated in a gray paint. The brackets, the quick attach brackets, are 1/8" plate steel. That's the brackets that take all the abuse, so they are very sturdy and strong, and I'll show you what they look like from behind so that you can see them. But each of them again attaches to either the John Deere or the Kubota quick attach system. So we look forward to getting your comments on the website and letting us know what you think, as well as you can go to our website to place an order for these buckets. We can ship them to you for free via UPS until our free shipping budget runs out. So we have about $1,000 worth of free shipping in the budget. So if you have a propensity to get these and you want the free shipping, get them now, because they won't last. We make them to order, so they generally take 3 to 6 weeks to get them to you. But we have some made up already, so early orders will get a shipment out very quickly. So let's hear from you and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be showing some videos of the bucket in action when we go to do our mulching. It's a little early in the season yet for doing our mulching, but we'll make some videos of that activity so you can see how effective these buckets work. All right, we'll be taking a tour on the bucket, and we'll be back. Okay, so we said we'd show you the backs of these buckets so you can see the quick attach systems on them. As we walk around the side, you can see, of course, these are made here in the U.S. If that's important to you, it's important to us for sure. And so this is on the Kubota side. You've got your Kubota quick attach bracket. Again, these are 1/8" plate steel, so they're going to take all the abuse and will stand up very well to all the dumping and so forth of the bucket. These brackets, you can see, are angled in, so what that does is it maximizes the curl piston stroke. So that gives us the ability to dump the bucket from higher elevations into your compost pile. This is moving on to the John Deere quick attach system. You can see that this one is set up for that particular system. And as we mentioned, if you don't have one of those two systems, this mating hardware we can retrofit to work with your particular quick attach system. So let us know if that's something you'd be interested in. We can get you these brackets as well as any hardware that you need to attach them to your particular tractor. So let us know on that, and that's really the tour of the back side of the bucket. Now the inside, you can see, is very deep. It's very voluminous, so it's got almost over 8/10 of a cubic yard of room for your grass clippings and hay and manure and whatever else you decide to put in here. And obviously these are aluminum buckets. They're not really designed for heavy loads like dirt and rocks, so you're not going to be able to lift a 1/8 of a yard with your front end loader on these smaller tractors anyway, so it's somewhat moot. But the idea is these are light material buckets for moving all that stuff that piles up in your yard. So again, this is the inside of the bucket, and obviously this gives you so much more capability than your standard steel bucket. Now a lot of people ask, how do I fill this bucket? What do I use to do that? Well, you got a quick attach system, and we invested in a quick attach system for a reason, right? So the idea is that you could use your steel bucket and fill this bucket. Say I had some mulch in my driveway sitting here. I just scoop that up and dump it into this bucket, fill it all up, and then drop the steel bucket, quick attach onto this, and I'm off and running. So literally that takes a minute or so just to unhook the steel bucket and hook up this bucket here. So very quick, and again, it leverages the investment that we made in that quick attach system. So the other methods that I've seen people do is you can drive the bucket right up to the bed of your pickup truck. So because they're 5 feet long, they basically will fit right under the tailgate of almost any pickup truck, and you can just shovel the material directly into the bucket that way. So from the bed of your truck right into the bucket, just rake it in there, and that's another easy way to fill it if you're only doing a yard or two of mulch from your truck. So it's not a problem at all to fill these up with material that you'll be moving around your property. Okay, so that's a tour of the bucket. Again, the Kubota the John Deere. We've got the colors to correspond, so you know which one goes to which tractor. But enjoy, and please subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.